Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. This is your boy, the coach from the WWE. I would like to welcome you to the very first wrestling podcast in the world to take you on a weekly deep dive into classic matches along with legends of the squared circle. Enjoy the discussion. Enjoy the back and forth. There's so much to get into. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Payoff.
Welcome to an all-new episode of The Payoff. I'm Tom. That's Jeff. We're covering the boy toy, Shawn Michaels. I'm very excited for this. I remember this match as a kid. I was very happy with how it all played out. I'm looking forward to covering this one. Did you put it on the list for any reason other than to make your co-host happy?
Yeah, spooky week, Halloween, figured I'd give you, a treat. Absolutely. And so this one, yeah, of course, Bulldog, Shawn Michaels, it just makes sense. It's one of the, we have, and so I'm looking at it right now. We have, this is episode 324. I'm looking at our spreadsheet right now that goes all the way down to 676 matches that we have that we could potentially do. And some we'll never do, but some, fans or whatever and kind of sharing these things with us. But this is one where you're kind of looking through the list and you're like, have we not talked about this one yet? And I literally got to go back and make sure did we on episode 60 or something? And then you go back and you're like, nope. Okay. This is what we're doing. And so, just one of those that it's Bulldog and Shawn Michaels. What's not to love?
Well, I'm looking forward to covering this one. This should be a lot of fun. You ready to get into it?
Yeah.
All right. It's time for The Build.
Oh, it's time for The Build.
So Saturday night's main event, 1992. We're kind of at the tail end of these Saturday night's main event. We're starting to lose a little momentum on these things, but we're still doing them occasionally. But the card had some fun stuff on it. It was taped on October 27th, 1992. It's actually not going to air until November 14th, which is pretty wild. So 17 days after it's recorded, it airs. We're in the Holman Center in Terre Haute, Indiana, a massive wrestling hotbed for sure. Fun show. Mm-hmm. We have the Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage that are doing this Mega Maniacs thing. They're going to defeat Money Inc. by count out for the tag team championships. Now, keep in mind, Warrior, along with the Bulldog, are out right after this because of steroids. This is steroid trial. They both got fired. So we never really got the Warrior Savage through however that was going to play out, which bums me out because I thought that was a fun pairing. Then we get the Intercontinental title match. And then the final match is Bret Hart defeating Papa Shango for the WWF Championship. So 3 matches. We had an IC title match, a world title match, and a tag title match, which is, I think, really fun. And then there was also a funeral parlor where Undertaker is going to discuss the coffin that he's building for Kamala, which was kind of campy, but actually pretty fun. So really fun show. Jeff, how did we get Bulldog and Shawn?
Yeah, they really stacked it for Terre Haute, Indiana on this point. But yeah, so we'll kind of look at it. Like we said, this taking place late 1992. Bulldog was the Intercontinental Champion. And so he actually won that belt from Bret Hart in SummerSlam just a couple months prior to this. Of course, that was the match at Wembley Stadium, just the famous match and all that. And so he was booked as the babyface, just massively over in the UK, respected in the US. He was really, really enjoyed. But like you said, behind the scenes, him, Warrior, they had failed drug tests. They were on the chopping block. And so there was some of that going on that we didn't really know about at that time. Michaels, on the flip side, he had recently split from Marty Jannetty and the Rockers breaking up. So he was building that singles momentum as a heel, the Heartbreak Kid persona. He was managed by Sensational Sherry at this point, and so he was really getting this kind of push. And so, and really, even though it says, despite his small stature by 1990 or by early 90s WWE standards, Vince McMahon saw long-term potential in him. So, again, this was a TV match, like you said, for Saturday Night Main Event. And so this was actually airing in syndication instead of on NBC. So like you said, we're coming to the end of this point. It actually moved to Fox in 1992 off of NBC. And so, and really, like a little bit of a spoiler here, WWE needed to do something with the belt because of Bulldog's behind the scenes things that were going on and potential release. And so Michaels, them feuding and kind of putting the belt on someone as a rising star just kind of makes sense. So we'll see how they get there though. But yeah, that's just an interesting little build. Yeah.
Looking forward to covering this one. We're at the 11-minute mark of Saturday Night's Main Event. Jeff, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
It's time for the payoff.
Oh, it's time for the payoff.
You're likely to see a classic wrestling encounter. Totally different than the first matchup that we saw. It was more of a raw bump, stomp 'em, brawling type of an affair. Although there, the British Bulldog right away asserts his extraordinary power.
Well, the Bulldog is stronger.
So Heenan and Vince on commentary. This was the era of just great IC title workers. Shawn, the emerging star, British Bulldog coming off the major win at SummerSlam. This could be a fun match, man. I'm looking forward to this one.
Just kind of faced off. Michaels, both of them looking real young. Michaels especially looking real young. Yep. I'm hoping this is fast paced. I would think it would be kind of, especially the kind of, the powerhouse of Bulldog kind of, running into him now with the shoulder block. Yep. That's what I would hope for. Yep.
I mean, look how fast Shawn is in this era.
Just running the ropes. Yeah.
I mean, he stuck out. It was something you didn't see a lot of it at this point.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And the right guy's, getting positioned here. I mean, wasn't hard to see the potential with Shawn. I wonder what people thought the upside was. I mean, I wonder if at this point it was, hey, this is going to be our world champion, because he's just he's a smaller guy. I mean, I don't even know if he's 6 foot tall, and he was never a big guy. He was never that jacked up, and this was we're transitioning out of the steroid era, if you will, and look at the strength there.
Oh, just kind of one arm.
Pretty incredible. Yeah, Lord. Bulldog trying to pick him up with one hand.
In that position, you're gonna hurt a lot of things.
And doing it.
Trying to get him out.
Look at that.
Boy, he flipped him all the way over, like 360. That was incredible.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Always a fan of the Bulldog. Didn't know about the behind the scenes stuff, but yeah, always again, another one. I feel like I've been talking about one of my action figures that I loved. I remember the press. That was actually what his action figure did. Yeah. Both arms went up and it had the hands open so you could press people. Yep. Always good. Yep.
Shawn bumping all over here.
Mm-hmm.
Have you listened to the newer WWE produced podcasts? They moved over Taker. Stephanie has hers. Cody has his. Do you listen to these?
Some of them, yes. And so I know, I'll see clips every once in a while too of Taker with the guy he was doing it with that has since been replaced.
Got kicked to the curb.
Yeah, exactly. Which I get it. And so there was that, but yeah, I think that some of them, they're not bad. Yeah.
I look, I get it, right? But they are complete puff pieces. The interviews aren't good. They're so oh, we're going to buddy. I mean, Stephanie McMahon, I'm sure she's a really nice person and a fantastic mother and, you know, a good human being. Her laugh. I mean, it's every 30 seconds. She's laughing at things that aren't even funny. She's got this co-host there. They ask softball questions. They like cut the person off and finish their sentence by saying something that the person wasn't actually going to say. They're actually horrible interviewers. And, you know, I'm the Joe Rogan, Howard Stern, give me the 3-hour interview, cover everything under the sun, ask tough questions, create news and headlines, be interesting. And these things are just the complete opposite. I mean, Taker was good with his co-host. Now, I mean, Michelle's awful. I mean, she says the same story. I mean, every single interview, she will work in there how they met. Oh, he hit on me. Oh, no, I hit on him. Oh, we were throwing the football backstage. I mean, I've heard this story 100 times. It's every interview. And then I know she wants to be part of it, but like she just interjects herself into a conversation that the Undertaker's having with somebody that he'd known for 30 years. And it's just, they're just not good. And it's a shame because they get the best interviews possible, right? They get Roman Reigns, they get Jelly Roll, they get, you know, they get like all these huge stars wrestling and otherwise, and then it's like these puff pieces. And it's like, I know that people saw the playbook of, okay, Joe Rogan doesn't have an agenda. He casually interviews people. So people think that like you don't have to prepare. You can just have a conversation and that's good podcasting. It's not. Like, don't let him or others like him fool you. They do a lot of prep. They have great questions to ask. They actually listen to the person and have follow-up questions. I just think these little puff piece WWE interviews are just horrible. And I know they're intended to be, they don't want to piss anyone off. They don't want to ruffle any feathers, but like, man, if you're not willing to ask some tough questions, I don't even want to listen. And if anything crazy does happen in the interviews, you know, it'll make our Twitter feed. So I just really think, what's the point of listening, Jeff?
Yeah, and I think this is one where you and I, we're a 2-man show. Like, you know, we do all of our own research. We kind of look everything, you know, we spend the time doing that. Like, they've got teams of people. They've got prepared questions. They've got everything they need to be successful. Like, we're pretty successful too, and we've done just fine. But I think part of that is it doesn't feel organic. Like, oh, great. Like, you know, she interviewed Roman Reigns. Like, and yeah, I'm interested. I absolutely am. But like you said, like I want to know, you know, a little bit more behind the scene. I want to know a little bit more of, you know, Roman as a person and not these, like you said, the cookie cutter type questions on some of this. And so I think that makes a big difference in a lot of this. And so, yeah, it's just when you can get the best people, but I think it's one, like, how are they so good at some of the documentaries they do, but the podcast format just doesn't work? Like, it's really weird.
I just think they're so afraid of disrupting or offending anything. I mean, Roman Reigns, it's, hey, and you know who the to me the gold standard in wrestling is Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He asked the tough questions. So he would have Roman Reigns there and say, you were a baby face. You got the shit booed out of you. What was going through your mind? When you got to the back, what did the old man say to you?
That one, I think Austin's always
like
been very good.
That's what Steve Austin would have done. And with everyone he had on his show, he did that. He asked the tough questions. Like he asked Moxley about Brock Lesnar. Hey, seemed like you guys weren't on the same page. What happened? And he got an honest answer. That's what people want. You know, Austin had Vince on there. He had Shane on there. He had Triple H on there. I mean, and he asked them literally everything that you would want to ask them if you could ask them anything.
Yeah, and I think the other one, like Austin's good, and I think part of the appeal, a lot of people don't like Pat McAfee, but his kind of interviews with people have always been really good too, because he is off the cuff. You don't know, like he doesn't. Yeah, I'm saying not that he doesn't prepare, but
there's different ways to get there, but ask interesting questions that elicit interesting answers.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
But what's it like traveling? And all right, so Bulldog, pretty much in control here, and looks like he's going to try to finish him off here soon. So, no, I've just been so disappointed by these. I get excited. I'm like, oh, Roman Reigns is on Stephanie's podcast. Great. They talk about nothing interesting. They don't cover anything.
Yep.
And I understand, look, there's a fine line, because it's like, you never want to do the gotcha questions. You never want to embarrass anyone or make them look bad. I get that, but ask things that are interesting. And you know what? They're going to do fine. They're going to have millions of downloads, but I just think that you get more people interested if you were having really good conversations. And Austin's the best at it. I think Jericho's pretty good at it too.
Yep.
He's another one. Chris Van Fleet has interesting interviews. Did you happen to catch the one Jake Hager was on recently?
Yes, of course. And him shitting all over AEW. Yep. Just a favorite pastime of people that leave. Yeah.
Well, they're going ridiculous. They're all going to say, hey, Tony was a weak leader and didn't really know what he was doing. All right.
The British Bulldog will put the finishing touches on Shawn Michaels.
Up on the top rope with Michaels. Here you go. Going for the superplex.
Yes.
Oh.
We got a new Intercontinental champion. I can't believe it.
Wow. Went with the couldn't go over for the suplex angle. Yeah.
It's Survivor Series.
So he wins clean. And now Survivor Series is going to be IC champion versus world champion.
Do you hear too? His music is not being sung by him.
This was the Sherry music.
The Sherry music.
It just goes to show you can have all the muscles in the world like the Bulldog has. It's not going to do you any good when you're in there with a man like Shawn Michaels who has nothing but determination.
There you go. Okay.
So Shawn's your champion. And we're off to the races with him as the Intercontinental Champion, and
that's it.
Really good match, really fun, and historically pretty damn big moment. So good little bump there at the end. That was a pretty nice finish. All right, let's get to the aftermath.
Oh, it's time for the aftermath.
What'd you think?
Good, solid match. It set the stage for Michaels to take over. I thought the finish wasn't too weird. It kind of made sense because they had been playing up Bulldog being hurt, and so it made sense from that perspective too. So overall, just really good. Yeah. How about you?
No complaints at all. I thought it was really solid. It did what it needed to, and
yep.
Yeah, these guys were always good together. I guess this would have been a few years before, but 96, they, had some world title matches. So yeah, all good stuff, man.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So what I got, this was, again, taking place in 1992, late 1992, but this would be the Bulldog's last appearance until 1994. As we know, he was quietly released after this taping. The reason, of course, as you said, tied to the steroid allegation and then just behind the scenes kind of legal issues. He would go into WCW in 1993, though, but then returned with the Hart family and the Hart Foundation in 1997. Michaels, on the flip side, this was the beginning of his singles career. And so as Intercontinental Champ, he feuded with Marty Jannetty, Tatanka, Mr. Perfect, defending it successfully at the Royal Rumble in 1993 and WrestleMania 9. It really just kind of helped distinguish him as a legitimate single star over the next couple of years. So This year, 1992, you had Bulldog was 30, Michaels was 16. Just a quick little report from this one. Reports we received is that this was an excellent match, although it was reported in Tokyo Sports as a poor match, which probably says more for the standard than anything else. The Michaels Bulldog match replaced the originally scheduled Ric Flair versus Big Boss Man, which was canceled due to Flair's ear injury. Okay, I don't know if I believe that.
He had like vertigo. He had something in his ear with vertigo. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there you go. Tom with the news there. Got it. Yeah. It feels weird if they were trying, like they knew they had to get the belt off Bulldog, and so why? Yeah. But anyways, okay. Good.
I mean, they were just snake bitten in '92.
Yeah.
I mean, this was Warrior Bulldog out with steroids. Flair had the vertigo thing. Hogan's nowhere to be found. I mean, it was a nightmare. And they're flip-flopping the title.
Yeah, just I get it, the timing and kind of what's happening. So yeah, good to have Michaels as the kind of the flag bearer at this point. So yeah, good. Okay, all right. No scores on this one, but what are you thinking for a score?
I feel like I say this a lot, but it's a 7. It was a good match. It got Shawn Michaels off and running. I mean, I really liked it. I mean, we generally pick good stuff. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm at like a 7. Like it was a pretty good match. Like knowing what we know, the behind the scenes stuff, I get like why it's just a little rough, but still really good. Like it is one to kind of go back. The ending made sense. It wasn't like awkward or anything like that. And so yeah, I thought overall it was a good one. It's definitely one, like you said. I try not to pick crap around here unless we know it's going to be crap, and this one was not. So it was pretty good.
I have no idea what we're covering next. Do you?
I do actually. I've got us. I don't think I've told you these ones yet, and so we're into November now, starting next week. We're not going to quite leave Saturday Night Main Event yet. We've got one from what is this? 5, 6, 7, 8. Jake the Snake taking on Randy Savage for the Intercontinental title. So a little bit earlier on this one. We're going to pull double duty with Randy Savage. We're going to have Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage at Halloween Havoc 1996 going for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And then we actually got a fan request after that one that's like, hey, you guys got to check this out. It's not from a promotion we watch very much, but we actually got a request for a Lucha Underground match. And so I've got that one on the mix with some names that we know. We've got a Penta, of course, and then also going under a different name at the time, but a Chelsea Green. So we have a mixed match from Lucha Underground coming up. And so, and then of course, Survivor Series, War Games at the end of the month. I've got a 1987, we're going way back, Survivor Series match. It's almost too many people to list off, but Andre the Giant, Butch Reed, King Kong Bundy, One Man Gang, and Rick Rude taking on Bam Bam Bigelow, Don Morocco, Hulk Hogan, Ken Patera, Paul Orndorff from 1987. So we've got we got a busy November.
I'm pumped, man. We got we got good slate coming up and over 300 of these, man. It's pretty impressive.
We're just cruising along. Yeah, the next week will be 325. Happy 325, So
love it. Good.
Very good.
Well, I got nothing else, man.
I got nothing.
Appreciate everyone listening. And as always, we'll see you next week on an all new episode of The Payoff.